Hmm. Switch on recording. Black mask one more time. Select everything. And this one. Now rotation. Duplicate. Black fill. Black mask. Again rotate. One more last. Duplicate. Black fill. Yeah, this is better. So like this, one by one, one stair at a time. Align everything nicely and done. But now I can see this tiling is visible, and I feel this texture looks kind of blurry. And this is, I can see clearly. Let's see the, I guess the base layer should be not this one. Yeah, this one. So this one looks tiled. You can see it looks entirely tileable. I can see it clearly. So to fix this, what I can do is I can add one more layer top of this and add, so generate some dirt. So generate some dirt. So what I'll do is I'll go rocks, right click, add a black mask, or maybe undo. Overall, for the entire scene, I want to generate some rock, like this entire section, some dirt. I'll create a empty layer, and suppose I want to create only dirt. Maybe it's the dirty effect or something. Well, I'll search for a texture, or I can just simply use this, change the color, pick some dark brownish, greenish, some color, and make sure roughness is almost matte. There is no height, no normal, no ambient occlusion, no metal. And then right click, add a black mask. So I'm adding a black mask so that nothing is visible. Black is nothing, no, nothing is visible. White is visible. And now I want to generate dirt, but depending upon all the contact and everything. So I'll right click, add a generator this time, and say empty, no generator assigned. So I'll use dirt. You can see generator dirt. So it will generate dirt based on the position of the mesh. And I can see it's like, you can see it creates this variation, but it's too much, way too much. Reduce it. Contrast I can increase or decrease. So it will generate all this, you can see it will cast all the shadow and generate all dirt and everything. So what I can do is right click, copy this layer, right click, copy, and now I'll go to this ground because this doesn't have dirt. Right click, paste this layer. So you can see, say I just copy paste it because it's a generator and it's all automatically generated. So it will generate this shadow and dirt based on the model automatically. So now it looks much clean, and like clean as in like blended properly. So this is kind of fine, but what if I because I am using a like realistic texture. So and I want to create this thing. Okay, this part I need to tile it more. Texture setting, let me see. So for this, I want to increase the texture size because otherwise it looks really blurry as compared to this. So I increase the texture size for this. Now it will regenerate everything and all shadow, dirt. Now it's kind of looks close. But this surface also looks pretty tileable. So to separate this, what we can do is I can add like some other texture. Like these are like all textures. I have downloaded texture, right? So like so I can use some other texture to generate all this in between detail, like dirt or maybe moss or some other effect. To generate that, what I'll do is I will add little some textures. So I again go back to my bridge. Let me see local. I don't have anything. Okay, it's loading. I guess my C drive have less space. That's why system becomes slow. Decent space is there. Local, I have 19 textures. So let's see. Okay, I don't have any moss or dirt. So I'll go to home, surface, moss. You can see moss, pebble, and all these things are there. So I can use any one of them to get nice detail. Okay, this one looks kind of nice. It have this that like uh, what do you call it? Like wet feel to it. Go to file. Now all the texture, albedo, ambient occlusion, normal, and roughness. Drag drop here. Not required. Select all of them. Texture, current session, import. So now I have to generate this thing detail on this surface plus this surface. So I'll just use this, create a fill layer, empty fill layer. Height is not required. Metal is not required. Albedo to base color, ambient occlusion to ambient occlusion, roughness to roughness, and normal to normal. You can see it's generating this really dirty, glossy this effect. So it's like, but it's really huge. So I have to increase the scale, tile it. I tiled it, but you can see it doesn't look very nice, natural. It doesn't look natural, and I can see the repetition and everything is glossy. So what I have to do is I need to add mask this thing. Right click, black mask. Right click. I'll again add a generator, and this time I'll add. I can use dirt. I can use a dripping. There's so many options. So I'm thinking to use this drip. So based on this drip, it will generate this thing randomly. You see, randomly it's generating. It will create some random variation. You see corners and all this thing wet, dirty, and all this corner have those rocky surface, those rock like rock blocks that we are doing in Unreal. We'll add all this information one by one. The same thing now copy, go back to your main building, right click, paste it. So you can see it generate this thing everywhere. But right now you can see it looks way too dirty, like way too dirty. So this is like too much. And this dirt for this surface it's fine. So what I'll do is I'll select this, right click on the generator and add a paint. Now what I'll do is I'll just simply remove all the unwanted parts. Select model, sorry, X, make sure it's black. Remove all the unwanted parts. This can be there. You can keep this thing also dirty little. This window I'll remove it. remove it. This can be a little dirty, that's fine. Remove this also, it's like too much. Remove. And alt click on this and see wherever it's visible. Okay, table chair also is visible, I don't want to be visible here. Paint, deselect, 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 deselect. Only the staircase and these pots. And this dustbin, I don't want this to affect dustbin. Deselect, deselect. Okay, I have applied those dirt everywhere, and I kind of like this texture, so I'm planning to add this similar thing with the color change or something. Let's see. Not this one. This is my, okay, this is my this umbrella. Fabric, this one. Yeah. So I'll just simply duplicate this, duplicate layers, select this, paint, delete this paint, right click, assign a new paint, and select this X to switch between black to white, white. I can use the same thing, but I'm planning to use the same texture, but with a color change. So I'll go this base, this color. This color is there, so I want to change this color. So what I'll do is right click, add a filter, and there is a filter named where is my HSL. Select this, and now I can change the hue. And reduce saturation is way too saturated. This looks a little odd. Oh, this is fine. It will generate. Not okay. Blue is fine. Violet is fine. So my all these lights are ready. My textures you can see almost like almost there. Not complete yet, but it's almost there. But still, I have this ground dirt. It should connect. It should there should be a ground dirt. Should be a ground dirt. So all those things I need to generate, and plus the metal. I have this iron, so I can, okay, wooden surface. I can create another wooden surface now for this thing and this thing. Smart material, and I have a lot of wooden surface, so I can use any one of them. Let's use drag drop this one. Right click, black mask, model, this one and this one I want to create. But this surface is supposed to be glass. It should be transparent. I forgot to create, I still have to create those sections. I'll create that. So now this glass, to create this glass, I need to modify my shader parameters. Right now my shader doesn't support any alpha. So I need to switch on my alpha. So go to the second option, your shader settings, and right now it's PBR metal roughness. Click this and select this option, PBR metal roughness with alpha blending, and done. But you can see if I select my layer, there is no option for transparency. So I'll just create an empty layer. You can see there is no opacity option. So I have to go to texture setting, go to channels plus opacity. Now alt click on opacity. It will deactivate everything, only keep opacity. Now I'll make it almost transparent. Right click, black mask, polygon, and select those faces and empty. But still you can see that a normal or normal roughness and all those things from the surface, from this thing is visible. So what I'll do is I'll switch on my normal and switch on my um roughness and make it shiny, super shiny, and go to normal channel because I don't want this base normal. And it, right now you can see just change this to, right now it's in material normal combine option. So you just go to click on normal. Okay, okay, doesn't work. Okay, roughness is fine. So I'll select my this texture from wooden part, change the black and select all those area again and remove all the normal information from this layer. It's glossy. You can see it's glossy. So like this, I need to create the in between inside area to populate that those scenes and those bottles and those cake and all something is there. So those things I need to create. So basic setup is almost ready. Excuse me. So my texture is not yet finished, but it's almost there. Almost there. So what I can do is now just to check this, and this is also supposed to be metal, right? So painted metal. There is a painted metal is there. Yeah, steel painted this thing, weathering, drag drop on this, right click, add black mask, and model wise this one and this one is visible. And usually this AC, this exhaust, they are usually white in color or off white in color. So I'll change this color to little off white. Still it looks pinkish in color. So like this, you can modify all the colors and everything. So still we haven't finished our texture. So what we can do is just like whatever we're doing, let's see how it looks in Unreal. Save your file. Right now it's not finished because there are like few pending areas are there. So what I'll do is I'll just export this texture and check. So go to files, export texture. Click on this. Now here you have to make sure like where you want to save. Select the path. Mm, 201 only, right? 201, yes. And then it should be TGA, Targa, and based on the size and select all of them. Light, I don't want to export. Leaf, I don't want to export. I want to export building and the ground because leaves texture we have already used. The alpha we have already created, used in Unreal already. Lights, we have created a material already. So use it directly. These two texture I need. And texture size, like whatever the file size, and Unreal, make sure it's Unreal Pack 4. Make sure of this thing. Then export it. Save your file and close it. It's been quite some time we have touched Unreal, so let's check it, like how it looks in Unreal. Open my recent level that I guess diagram 204. Okay, I have copied protection wrong place. 204. I pasted it back to my system. So my scene is here. So let's see post process. Post process my scene and exposure. Make sure 1 1 correct and infinite extent. So this is my actual lighting of my scene. Press G to get rid of all these unwanted effects. Now I can see my like basic lighting is ready, but not everything. And it's not glowing. I can see my mesh, all those lights and everything is not glowing. So open it and check. Where is my lights? This is my ground. This is my building, and this is my light. So I'll go. We have created this light texture material already. Material. See, it's already I have created. Select this, go to your model and apply it here. You see, instantly, you can see everything is visible now. And your all these lights are here. Now texture, and plus I can see my entire scene is not very like everything is not visible. So it's, I'll check skylight. Skylight fine. So where is my direction light? I have a direction light, very low intensity, 0.5. Yeah. Slightly into so that everything should be visible. And let's see, position you can change to all from 0 0 0. Rotate the light and see like everything should be visible nicely. Most of the lights are here. Fine. This is fine. Now I need texture for this. So now we have to create all the textures. So first thing first, I'll select all my maps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, where is the other one? Just give me a second. I guess I forgot to. Oh, 6. Yes, yes. All 6 is here. Just drag drop in textures. Importing. All textures are imported here. So now I need to create some. Let's save the file first. Saved. Now I'll go to material, right click. So I'll create new material. This is for my building. So mat underscore building, and create an instance. That is not like important. Okay, we create this thing. Open the material. Now go to texture. So my building. Select both of them and all three of them and drag. Oh, sorry. Before that, one more thing to change. This colorful map, you can see this greenish yellowish color map. This you have to change a setting here. Double click, open this, and by default the compression setting is default. So make sure change this to mask, no sRGB. Otherwise your effect, like your how it looks like in Substance, it will look entirely different in Unreal. This one you have to change. Save it, close it. Again, this one, mask. Save it, close. Now select all first three building materials here. So diffuse to diffuse directly, then you normal to normal directly. Straightforward. Now you have this colorful map. So this colorful map is basically combination of three different maps. Whenever you export in Unreal setting, it will give you this colorful map. This map is the combination of three different maps in three different channels. So if I switch off, red is your ambient occlusion, green is your roughness, and blue is your metal map. So wherever it's so for metal, you have to connect blue. For roughness, you have to connect green, and for ambient occlusion, you have to connect red. So how do we do this? You can see we have RGB, like all combination of RGB output, but this is the combination of three different maps. So red is basically ambient occlusion, green is roughness, and blue is metallic. So for this is called ARM map. A for ambient occlusion, R for roughness, M for metal. ARM map. It can like we can change the channels, like we can switch the channels, like if we want in Substance itself and change it. By default it's ARM always, but there will be cases when client asks you to first channel should be roughness, second will be metal, and third is ambient occlusion. So anything is fine. So whatever they ask, based on that we have to modify it. So connect all this thing and save it. You see my texture is ready. And I can see the couple of things that are super glossy. Let's see. Material, this one. Right click, create an instance. So always apply an instance to your model. Let's see. This one is my main building. So I'll select my instance and click this arrow. So it will apply to the building. You see my texture. Now this is my another texture. So one more material. This is my ground. Right click, create an instance and open this content, texture. Now these three, diffuse to diffuse, normal to normal, and now R is ambient occlusion, green is roughness, and blue is your metallic. Connected and done. Save. Done. And go to material, select this instance, diorama, apply it. You see texture came back. Now save all. Now you can see all the texture and everything is visible. And but now you can see, if this is a like neon light, it should generate light, right now it's not generating any light. And plus it's not glowing. So what I have to do is select this, double click this instance. So based on my scene, I have to modify things now. Increase the intensity. You can see I can make it super glowy or glossy like this. Now all my lights are glowing. See, it's glowing. But press G and see why there is no light. Mm, Now I have to set up my scene. I have all these lights in my scene, so I have to see. Okay. There is its shadow is coming from some light, so I have to check. Check, check. F. No. Okay. Inside there is, okay. This is that. Okay. This light only. But this light is generating. So this light is not technically not required. Now this surface should generate some light, this surface and this also. So for in this case, I'll use a rectangular light or maybe a on point light also I can use like this. Slightly. Similarly, one light here, another light here. But their diameter is really huge and intensity also really huge. So reduce the radius and reduce the intensity. Maybe one. Reduce it. One is too low. Two is fine. Similarly, I'm like this lamp post I accidentally deleted, so I this I have to recreate it. And this one also reduce this thing, and plus 2 or 3, move it slightly outside, taking the radius slightly to generate this light nicely. Plus this section, drag it, place it here. But this also emits some light, and save it. Press G. Now you can see most of the light and everything is visible. Press G again. I can see this light. It's not perfect. No, it's kind of aligned with this. Yeah, here. Align it properly. And I can see that this light is not like traveling enough. So if I increase this, nothing will happen. What I have to do is source radius. Oh, this is source length temperature. inner this thing. Not this one. Where is my light? More settings. Indirect light I can change. I need to make sure this light density and intensity is decent so that it can travel throughout. G. Press G. Like you see, almost everything is visible. Now, once you set all this thing, almost everything is ready. But now what we have to do is we have to bake our lighting and finish all our scene. So like start adding texture to your model, add texture and create everything, and then we'll let's start modifying the scene based on the requirement. We have to bake and we have to add more details and we have to add some wind to this thing. All those things are still there, but this particular, you can see this looks so dead. So just to make it movable,